Hi everybody, Bohush here speaking for Fotodioxpro.com and GoToughGear.com. Now, as you know, we're huge GoPro fans. We make a bunch of stuff for GoPro. And a lot of folks will ask me, well, what if I want to just get into the GoPro, just sort of dip my toe into it? The GoPro Silver and the GoPro Black, those are like $400 or $500. But GoPro makes an entry-level camera called the Hero. Here's one. It's around $130. It's got the GoPro name on it. It's waterproof. You can use a bunch of GoPro accessories, but the features are fairly stripped down. Obviously, that's how they save costs on this guy. So every once in a while, a new dark horse will show up trying to beat GoPro Hero at its game. And here's one. This is the HTC Re camera, and it does a lot of GoPro stuff. And it looks like a periscope or it looks like an asthma inhaler. But it's a remarkable little camera, especially for the price. And we're gonna examine this and pit it against the GoPro Hero and see if this camera, in fact, is the GoPro killer. So the HTC Re is a camera made by the phone company HTC, and its feature list is pretty impressive. The sensor inside gives you 16 megapixel stills, and you can shoot 1080 video and 720p video. It's got two really killer features. It's got digital image stabilization, which means when you're hand holding it, which the shape makes it irresistible to hand hold it while you're filming. This, not quite as easy to hand hold, not so bad, but nice solid grip on this guy. But digital image stabilization will smooth out moves that you're doing. You can also do slow motion in this camera, which the GoPro Hero doesn't do. It's true slow motion. Lots of times in software later, when you film something, you can sort of fake slow motion by by duplicating the frames, and you get like sort of a stuttered movement. It still kind of looks like slow motion, but this thing is shooting real slow motion. It's shooting twice as many frames per second, and so it gets pretty smooth. You take a little bit of a resolution hit, it's not so bad in the end result. The Re camera also includes time-lapse, which the GoPro Hero does as well. The only thing is you only get one sort of generic time-lapse setting with the Hero, whereas with the Re camera, you can adjust using the phone app. You can adjust how frequently it takes a picture, once every second, once every 10 seconds, once every minute, whatever. That degree of adjustability alone makes the Re a very flexible little time-lapse camera. The camera has both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity. Not only is that important so that your phone can communicate and control the camera, you can also pull material off of the camera. So if you want to upload stuff to Facebook or Twitter, that's actually very easy to do. It's not too slow, not too fast. So like when I'm pulling off a lot of data, I much prefer to just use the USB port on the bottom, which is for recharging as well. There's a card slot too. The camera includes an 8 gig card, which gives you more than an hour's worth of 1080p video. You might want to change the card out. The slot's a little fiddly, like most micro SD slots are. So I would just get a big card. I think you can go up to 128 gigs on this guy. Just chuck the bigger card in there and just set it and forget it. So even from that list I've been sort of burning through, you can see that the HTC camera is very feature-rich compared to the GoPro Hero. Now, one place the Hero excels is it's a little more waterproof than this guy is. The Re says it's waterproof to 1 meter, which scares me already. I would kind of consider that more splash proof, because I mean, look, the USB port, it's open down there. I don't feel real good about submerging this, except for the occasional accident. Whereas this guy is built into a waterproof case, and I believe you can go up to like 30 feet with the case as is. Now, there are lots of accessories for the Re camera that you can see on the HTC website, including stuff to make this more waterproof. But in my life, this is going to be a dry land camera, and I'm not going to be afraid when I spill coffee on it or something like that. So here's the real test. What does footage from these two cameras look like? We're going to take both of these guys and mount them on the GoTough Wedge, so we can actually have both cameras running at the same time, and we can do some nice side-by-side comparisons of what the footage looks like. The Wedge is an interesting two-handed grip. You can use it with a full-size DSLR, or we really made it for multiple cameras, lots of accessories. Divers actually use this guy underwater to have multiple cameras going, so we'll use this as our test bed. Let's mount the GoPro Hero by removing the quick release plate, and we'll put on our tripod adapter, which gives you a 1/4-20 thread right there at the bottom. This stuff's all aluminum, and notice that the tightening nut is actually built into the tripod adapter, whereas the original thing. It's got this acorn nut that's easy to lose because it pops out all the time. So there we go, tripod thread, and the HTC Re has a tripod thread built in already. It is plastic though, so we want to make sure not to over tighten. Now, even though the Re camera has image stabilization built in, both cameras benefit from being mounted on the Wedge because it's easier to hold these cameras stable when you have two hands on it. The Wedge gives you a further apart stance. Rather than holding, one camera like this, you're holding the cameras like this. It gives you a little more stability when you're walking around and doing what adventure cameras are good for. So you're going to see that both cameras are going to be a little more stable just because of what we have them mounted on. Okay, so that's a look at the GoPro Hero versus the HTC Re, which I think you'll agree, it's an amazing little performer. You get slow motion, you get digital image stabilization. I love the time-lapse flexibility. Plus, it's just very easy to grip. It's just the right shape. You don't get the access to the sheer number of GoPro accessories, so it's not quite as mountable as a GoPro is. It's not as waterproof as a GoPro is either. But with this thing, I mean, the handle's so long, I would just tape it onto something and take my chances. Real solid performer, but the GoPro is always going to be more flexible, at least as far as mounting goes. The solution, get both. I did. So check out the link down below this video. You can get more of these GoTough accessories. You can learn more about the Wedge. Don't forget to click right here to subscribe. You can get more comparison videos, product previews, and videos just like this one. My name's Bahush. Thanks for watching.